Hello, everybody. Welcome to the mess that is this Wednesday. And to hell we ride.
And what a merry mess we have.
Nix has caught a little bit of the infernal strep, so Nix might be a little hoarse this session.
I'm a kobold. I told you. Oh, that. Okay.
You're a cold bold. You got a cold.
This is worse than a cold. But
also, you don't have hair, so I guess you're technically bold.
Maybe I should quit now.
In any case, why don't we have? I know you guys just said off camera, but why don't we have everybody roll a d6? Watch Richtofen win the lottery again.
Natural 1 on the d6. So on.
I got a 2.
Okay. What about Goy? What'd you get? 2. And then what about Richtofen?
Nope. 3.
You know what? I'm gonna have Brakka. I'll go with the lowest number this time.
Yay!
Because every time I have you guys roll, it's always Richtofen, and I don't think that's fair.
I think it's
What?
Right,
I think it's hilarious, much less fair.
It's like drunk history.
Or drunk doom.
Yes, quite.
Right, so I'm recapping, I guess.
Yes. What happened last session?
Last session we started off as animals, except for Nix, because Nix actually is the wisest out of all of us, apparently. Then we changed. Then we changed back and found out we're in a little terrarium replication of the Beastlands. Then we talked to a Mufasa stand-in and remembered some stuff, and that got us back to the portal to the Plane of Avernus. Then we fought some Orthon, which is just essentially a hell assassin that can turn invisible and explode, that tried to take our stuff. And now we're on our way to retrieve the phylactery of Koshchichi.
Yes.
Sorry, that wasn't meant towards you. That was at Mav laughing.
Nah, I figured it was.
Just making sure. I don't want anybody to take offense. That wasn't meant.
You're fine.
And
okay.
Also, you guys found the ruins of an old Tiamat fortress.
Oh, right. Yeah, that too. It's been a good chunk there.
Richtofen animated the Dragonborn skeleton that you guys found and you questioned. And of course, they didn't give you many. They didn't give you the answers that you wanted from those questions. But maybe it's because they had secrets they didn't want to give away, even in death.
Mm-hmm.
But in any case,
didn't Rick animate them?
Yes. You all got in your vehicles and went off for a bit and then took a long rest. Or you took a long rest here. That's regardless, you guys decided to take a long rest. Mm-hmm. And you travel for a few more days. The Devil's Ride has started making a wheezing noise when you accelerate.
That's just me.
As it gains a level of exhaustion.
Damn.
And the Demon Grinder, the lever for the Wrecking Ball is starting to stick a little bit. A bunch of the dust or whatever this dust is in Avernus is getting between the gears, you think.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys eventually see that the mountain range appears closer and closer, and they look less like mountains from home and more like giant mounds of what possibly were buildings or some kind of structures. They look artificial, almost. They don't seem real. But then again, you're in the outer planes, and anything can be out here. The biggest thing that concerns you, though, is that on the third day, driving up through the mountains, you see a giant slab of ice that is wedged into the end of a craggy ravine. Through its surface, you can glimpse a glacial landscape draped in snow. This thing's immensely huge. It's like hundreds of feet tall. Single sheet of ice. You guys saw it like a few miles before you actually arrived at it. Do you stop here or do you keep moving?
Someone call the watch. I think their walls moved.
Did,
It's actually that tall.
oof. Did Baba Yaga tell us that this was like where we needed to go, or
She mentioned to you that up in the mountains of Avernus, there's a tree of life guarded by a living storm.
that's where we need to go? Did
I will say at this point, it has started to rain a little bit, and then when you were getting closer and closer to this wall, it turned from sleet to snow. And it's getting pretty cold. Lluis, I don't know if your microphone's working or not, because I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, the Devil's Grinder
Okay.
wheels are made of blades, right?
Yes, they are.
So we won't slide on the snow.
If you try to do anything fancy, like take too sharp of a turn or such, yes.
Yeah, makes sense.
Or, drive like Mav or Richtofen.
So do you guys continue past this giant sheet of ice? Or do you stop? Or do you pull out a giant Gatling gun and shoot the heck out of it or something? I don't know.
How big is this sheet of ice?
Think the wall from Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
But it's maybe only 100. It's only maybe 100 feet. A few hundred feet wide. And then many more 100 feet taller.
Well, don't think we're going to be the little bird coming around picking up the wall of diamond.
You can easily drive past it. It's not in your way. It's on the side of one of the mountains. Practically is the side of the mountain.
See, you said we can see something inside the sheet.
Yes, you see a glacial landscape draped in snow.
Well, I have a partial idea of how to get inside of that. If anybody else has any alternatives.
What's your idea?
Yeah.
Well, fire could probably melt it.
So that's the giant sheet of wall. What's like the ambient weather around us right now?
It's cold and it's snowing, and the wind has been slowly picking up. As you guys head the direction in the mountains that Baba Yaga has guided you, I believe she marked it on your map.
Just have to be wary of it refreezing and getting trapped.
Same thing to get out that we do to get in.
We'll say this is like just below freezing weather. So like it's snowing and stuff, but it's not sticking to your vehicles or anything. But it is quite different from the desert-like heat you guys had for the last few days.
Can we tell about how thick it is?
It looks extra.
Nix tries to catch some snowflakes on their tongue.
The
You catch a few. You taste ash.
Damn it.
It melts like snow. Looks like snow. It's definitely water that touches your tongue, but it tastes like ash.
All right, party, do we want to examine it or bypass and keep on going?
Oh,
Brakka actually wants to take a look at this because she remembers reading there were druids in Avernus. Want to know maybe if this was something that it could be like some druid make or a natural phenomenon of Avernus or something,
Natural.
or unnatural, whatever this plain walker bullshit.
Boy, what do you think?
I know in Greyhawk, druid magic is always described as old magic. So maybe you just say this is old magic.
Would it be a check to figure out if that's what it is, or?
It's hard to tell from here. You'd have to examine it further, and not from in the vehicle, essentially.
Have we stopped the vehicles to take a look at this thing?
I don't know, Nixeu and Richtofen, the two drivers.
We'll stop the vehicle.
Oh yeah, keep in mind, you've been driving for 3 days, and the soul coins only last 24 hours each.
Right.
So deduct the amount of soul coins needed to keep both your vehicles running.
doesn't leave us with many.
I'll spend one. It's an agreement, right?
It's one soul coin per day. But I'll leave it up to you guys how you divide who uses whose soul coins for it.
All right, I guess we'll take a look at the wall. Nix, what's your idea?
Well, if it's thin enough, I can do a dragon's breath trick. Your acid may work as well. Concentrate on a single spot.
I wanted to examine it again to see if it's old magic or not again.
All right, Brakka, you gaze at the surface of this tall mirror of ice, and you see a reflection of a soulless, haggard, and encrusted version of yourself.
Duh.
Everyone else who went up to do something to the mirror sees the same thing of themselves, as I need everyone who looked at it to give me an intelligence saving throw.
Boy.
18.
9.
16.
19.
You all fail, as you can't help but stare at your reflection self straight in the eyes for a solid minute. Thoughts go through your heads, including surface thoughts, aka everything you've been thinking about today. Thoughts about what you're doing here in Avernus, your worst fears, and your deepest, darkest secrets.
Did I leave the oven up?
And after that minute, you guys realize that something in the mirror on the tower, way in the distance, in this frozen tundra, this tower of ice, you see this humanoid figure with wings flap over to the mirror and get closer and closer to you. As it lands, you see a icy version of a Cambion. His skin is cadaver blue, and his face is frozen into a scream, and he's holding a kettle that appears to have steaming water in it. As you can see, like the steam coming out the top of it. And he's got like, you know, like the scream face. It's literally frozen. Like his face is literally frozen that way. And he takes the kettle of boiling water, and he pours it on his face, and you see his face thaw out.
Uh-huh.
And he says, "Hello." And after he says that, not very long after that, his face refreezes up again in an anguished look.
He has to do that every time he wants to say something, doesn't he?
Just busy hyperventilating right now.
It would be safe to assume. But I'll allow those of you proficient in Arcana to give me an Intelligence Arcana check.
19.
25.
25.
25.
25. You just barely remember seeing this tower in some of the books in Candlekeep. It's the Tower of Mephistar, the lair of the Archdevil Mephistopheles in the 8th Ring of Hell.
Mr. Mephistopheles?
It's pretty much second in command underneath Asmodeus. He has openly said that he was trying to usurp Asmodeus, but Asmodeus has done nothing about it. Probably because he just finds it amusing. In any case, more boiling water pours onto this frozen cadaver-like face of anguish. And he says, "My name is Rigarath." He pours more water on his face. "Are you here to strike a bargain with my master?" As his face rebreezes. None of you respond immediately. He pours more water in his face. I'll just say after every sentence he has to. And it seems like the water never stops. Like he never runs out of it. And he says that his master can offer you rare knowledge. Can offer you secrets.
To whom do you serve?
Mephistopheles.
So Richtofen, we're trying to fix one of these already.
You're the one who wanted to stop and look at it.
I thought it was something else. I didn't know it was a mirror, a two-way mirror.
This is hell. Nothing is what it's supposed to be.
I remember reading about Druid stuff. I thought this was a Druid thing.
You see in the distance in the mirror, just going by out in this tundra, you saw it's like a insectoid humanoid that has a bident, and it's walking by that you realize after some time is an ice devil. Very powerful, higher ranked devil. Just walking by out in the tundra. But besides that and this guy, you don't really see any other signs of life in the scenery.
Well, are we done sightseeing?
I think we can keep going.
Yeah.
Sorry, we made a wrong turn. Sorry to bother you.
Mhm.
Back of the cart. Get back of the cart.
Pours water on his face and says, I can offer you knowledge that could grant you power, that could help you in your travels. Out of character, he can give you a permanent +1 to wisdom and intelligence.
I'm good. I think we're good.
And what would you want in exchange?
No.
I'm sorry, my soul's already spoken for.
The frozen Cambion moves up to the mirror, and he goes to put an icy claw on the mirror, and you see him start writing script in Infernal. It appears on your guys' side, and it is appears like it was ice, and it's melting into water, but it's staying in the form of the script as he's writing it. And he says to you, Richtofen, "You must dam the flow, the river Styx, which spills into a nearby slime-filled chasm."
How do we stop a river, especially the river Styx?
To aid you, I'll send you one of my minions.
Here we go.
As he finishes the infernal script that you can clearly tell is the bargain that he's writing, and he goes to bend down and pick up some snow. With it, he forms a tiny little figure that looks like an imp, and it animates.
Is this going to be a snow imp?
It's an ice imp. Actually, no, it is a snow imp. How about that? Snow imp. And you see it is carrying a satchel, a sling bag that contains 5 sticks of blue-tinged infernal iron. They're about a foot long each. He says, he will assist you on damming the flow of river Styx.
Oh, a little engineer. Where exactly would we have to dam the river at?
It is nearby a deep rift that slashes through the surface of Avernus. Canyons over a mile deep, and you'll know where you need to be because it'll be filled with a lake of green slime. Dangling there will be a caged fiend.
One moment.
My minion knows the exact location of it and can guide you if needed.
Okay, so what do you think?
I don't want to stay in Avernus for more than strictly necessary.
And we're running low on soul coins. Not like that, but we still have to get the phylactery before Bell sends another bounty hunter after you.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What does my shield think about this?
Do you ask him?
Yes.
The Hidden Lord, as he likes to be called, but you know his actual name is Gorgoth, the Pit Fiend. He says the deal could be interesting. I wonder why Mephistopheles wants to dam up the river Styx in Avernus. Must be some plot against Zariel. I would say take the deal. Any power that you can use would be better for you.
How far? We're upriver from the city that's being dragged down, correct?
Yes.
So if we were to dam the river, then it would be being pulled down into the river Styx.
Possibly, if it works like rivers in the material plane.
It could be a chance to save the city.
But wouldn't it be? But didn't he say he wants it dammed out of like a certain little chasm?
It blocked the flow, divert it, and put it into a chasm, but that would divert it away from the city.
Right. Potentially, but we don't know how deep the chasm is. It could overflow and flood some of the actual plane itself.
It's hell. Who cares? As soon as we save the city, we're getting out of here.
We're stuck here
For
for the
now.
time being. If it floods here,
But if we can redirect it and save the city and give us more time.
While you ponder this, the Cambion puts his hand out next to him, and he does like a earthbender thing, but with ice, and just pulls up like a stump, and he sits down and watches you guys talk.
That's a neat trick.
I mean, we still have to get the sword to save the city, but this could buy us more time to save the city. We don't even know if the city's been pulled into the river yet or not.
right? But could we even dam the river Styx?
According to this little fellow, we can.
Right? Or well, he says that he wants us to do it. He hasn't said whether or not it's possible, has he?
Well, if he wants us to, there's a damn good chance there's, a possibility.
A damn good chance.
Oh, sorry.
A deal that might be more prosperous for you. As he stands up and moves over to the contract that hasn't been messed up with yet, and he just like wipes off part of it and he starts rewriting bits of it. It says, I could tell you where the sword is.
Don't we already know where it's at?
Lulu's
We know.
like, it's at the Bleeding Citadel, I think. I remember a citadel.
Then why the hell were we heading to a tree?
To get the phylactery so that Bell doesn't send more orthons after Rick.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. It's one hell of a problem after another. Right.
because they explode and I cannot steal their crossbows.
He stops halfway through a piece, script of Infernal, and you actually hear the screech sound as it suddenly halts. And he's like, could offer you both rewards if you were to give my lord your shield. Looks right at Nix. Nix, the hidden lord, is like, okay, I don't like that deal. Definitely don't take that deal. They're trying to weaken you by giving you stuff here now, but then when they take me away, they could use me against you. Or worse.
Uh-huh.
Nix, are you talking to your shield again?
Not really. He's talking to me.
What's old Gargoth's opinion on this stuff?
Good old Gargoth.
It varies from moment to moment. Sounds kind of like that.
I assumed he was saying things about Mondays and lasagna.
Oh, great. Now I got Nightmare Fuel Garfield in my head. Thanks a lot.
Well,
So Nix isn't taking part of any deal at the moment, but that doesn't mean anybody else in the party can't.
Brakka's just for her own reasons is not really. She's keeping her hands off anything that has to do with demons and devils. You can tell she's very uncomfortable after that stare into the mirror.
Well,
I
I'm
can be
already
easily
damned.
convinced, but not with knowledge. I don't trade knowledge for anything.
What about cake?
I mean, that's another story.
Right.
Careful, you might write that into the deal.
I believe my master does have the recipe for the best
No.
the Outer Plains.
Well, in that case,
Dill's food cake isn't very
You strike a hard deal to mess with there.
Okay, so we divert the river. You tell us exactly where the sword is. We virtually have two different ways to save the city.
or at least one way that buys us time, and in a more narrow focus after we get the phylactery.
You know what?
And only one of us has to sign this contract, or
You appear quite hesitant. I would say, come back here, and we can make the deal then. Take your time. No need to rush.
so do I have to get a chisel or something, or do I pee into the snow to sign this, or what?
Which deal did you want to take?
We're not taking the cake.
Nothing's changed.
Obviously, you know what we want on our end. But what is it that you want on your end? There seems to be many different options that your group is bickering over. One
We're not bickering.
is the most delicious cake recipe in all of the multiverse. The other is the fourth flavor of ice cream. No kidding. Actually, that would fit perfectly with his realm. But anyway, the
Ice cream cake.
the location of the Sword of Zariel or secret knowledge that could expand your own power.
And when you say expand your own power, what do you mean?
Meta, permanent +1 to both wisdom and intelligence.
I'm good there. Let's just go with a sword.
If it's already 20, it goes up past that.
It's not 20 yet.
I will say it increases your max as well.
Oof. So
The Cold Lord is quite powerful.
yeah, that's up to you guys. Nothing saying that it all has to be written into one singular deal. There's always the chance of trying to write up your own negotiations for the cake recipe or the ice cream or just the sword itself. But we've already got a different direction headed.
Is there anything you would take instead of the shield for the knowledge and the location of the sword?
Let's see here. Looks at character sheets.
Hey, that's cheating.
I don't see anything else of value to my lord in your possession.
Now, is this a boost for everyone or just the person who makes the deal?
The person who makes the deal.
I mean, Mav, out of character, if you want to go for it, go for it.
Yeah.
Just realize that not everybody else is going to be damned because of your decision.
Mhm.
And
How many contracts can you get before you explode?
I'm just trying to decide whether to get the shield or intelligence that might help us later down the road. Not the shield, but the sword.
Or a cake that will help us forever.
Yes, but do we have the ingredients to make the cake here in hell?
Probably it's a hell cake.
The multiverse's best cake can feed one man, but the recipe could feed an army.
And give them diabetes.
no, that's only if they eat it like Koi does.
Only for you mortals.
See?
Hell diabetes.
Wait, do fish get diabetes?
I think anything can get diabetes.
It has fishabitis.
I hate you. I want to laugh, but I know it's going to hurt so bad if I do.
It's a giant catfish with a Wilford Brimley mustache.
God damn it, Mav. Shut up.
Diabetes.
Oh my god.
I sell diabetes and diabetes supplies.
So,
What you said? Lulu thinks that she knows where the sword is.
Mhm.
Lulu, how certain are you?
why is the elephant mute?
I have an approximate knowledge on a lot of things.
There we go.
And I do it for the intelligence.
I think we should go. I don't like this guy.
Last chance.
The shield's like, I think you should accept any of those deals that don't involve trading me.
Yeah. I asked your opinion once. Thank you.
The knowledge.
So if Mav wants to make that deal, I'd say let him.
All
As
right.
long as it doesn't damn the rest of us in the fine print.
He finishes the terms of service into the mirror.
But it's like the Apple terms of service.
Have you asked what happens if you don't complete it?
As he finishes them, the words form into chunks of ice on your side of the mirror. He pours more hot water in his face and then tells you, chisel it off and drink it, and that will seal the bargain.
Ask why they want to divert the river.
He looks down at the one bowl you guys have in your group inventory.
One bowl?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the dragon
that's
bowl.
right. My bowl.
Oh, can I borrow your bowl?
Nope, but I got a flask you can use.
Have to make tiny little chips then.
You
Alright.
have magic.
So, Rick, can you do that?
Sure.
All right, you drink the water.
Bit nutty.
It kind of stings because it was really cold and it was melting.
Ah, brain freeze. Brain. Ow. Ow.
Actually,
ow.
yeah, you would get a brain freeze from that.
Brain freeze sounds amazing.
And as you finish drinking it, he has the little snow imp, and he just goes like this, and the snow imp hops through the mirror. And it's on your right side.
Oh, hi.
And he's just flying there, and he's just looking at you all, kind of scowling.
Careful, your face will freeze like that.
He spits shards of ice on the ground next to you.
Hmm. Heartwarming.
It evaporates.
It takes a while.
All right, Tiny, where do we go?
All right, follow me.
Wait, why does this frost imp sound like Danny DeVito?
So anyway, I started blasting.
I didn't come up with how you sounded like.
Got a point. All right. Back in the vehicles.
Yep.
Hopping back in the grinder.
Guessing the imp's going to fly, or is he going to be a hood ornament?
He'll fly.
Fly faster than the vehicles?
I'll say he flies as fast as the vehicles for sake of convenience.
Have that image of the Halloween ghoul from the one episode of American Dad just sitting on the hood going, "At the corner, take a fright."
When he wants to take a break from flying, he will fly. He'll sit on the side of the demon grinder right next to Richtofen. And just be like, "All right, now you see that sandstone over there? You go to the left. No, more to the left.
No, your other left.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, yeah. What that one said.
In 400 yards, make a slight left.
Recalculating.
U-turn.
Recalculating.
Then I gotta find where on this map this pit is at that you guys are heading to. Because
It's not the giant cavern down to the right.
It is actually on the map. I just want to make sure I have it right on the overlay. You arrive there in no time at all. It only takes a few hours of driving. You're not sure how, but the trip seemed very, very short. At one point, you actually crossed the river Styx on a bridge.
Oh.
Hopefully it wasn't a rickety old bridge.
Definitely not. It was this giant bridge that looks like it could fit a whole platoon across that marches. It is heavily guarded by a bunch of flying spined devils that you see are of Zariel's symbols on their armor. They seem mildly curious, but realizing that you're not demons, they keep their focus on the river itself, which you see there are makeshift boats and such on the river Styx that demons have. They're fighting. So, as you cross, you eventually get to your destination. As I gotta scroll. Whee. Oh, too far. Cool. Isn't this great? We're just having silence here. Okay, a deep rift slashes across the surface of Avernus for as far as the eye can see up ahead. The canyon is over a mile deep and is filled with a lake of green slime that seems to pulsate like it's breathing. From a nearby cliff, a tributary of the river Styx cascades down into the slime. Dangling from a bent iron crane that leans over the chasm is an iron cage containing a hairless, green-skinned humanoid wearing shackles on its ankles. The crane lowers the cage by a chain into the slime, immersing the creature in the goo for a minute before hoisting it back out. The dunking continues again and again, and the trapped creature seems helpless to stop it.
Okay, Tiny, we're here. What next?
Here it is, right here, this right next to this tributary. As he's flying over there with his satchel with these weird foot-long infernal iron sticks.
Me and the boys will dismount. And stretch.
I'm gonna climb down from the wrecking ball seat. Look over at the green creature getting dunked. Does it look like anything we would have read about in Candlekeep?
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh boy. $14.
You know it's not a devil.
I can't make out anything from like the distance whether or not there's anything besides the fact that it's green.
Mm-hmm. You do see there are shackles on it.
So, what's going on here? Just gonna jerk my head towards the thing.
You
Asking
see,
him.
he's like, "That's none of my concern, and it's none of yours either." As he starts putting the these iron rods into the side of this tributary, and as the imp starts doing this, a bunch of spine devils are flying by, and they turn around. And they're like, "They're trying to sabotage the pit."
It's true.
They start swoop down as we roll initiative.
I mean,
Here we go again.
Thank you for being so truthful. Now die.
That was fast.
12.
Jesus.
Come on. 21.
Also 12.
Also 21. What is with us and getting double initiative?
Yeah, right. It's always us.
Every time.
Double, toil and trouble.
So I think I go before Rick because I think I have the higher.
Oh, yeah.
dex.
Oh, my yes.
All right.
I'm fairly certain Lluis goes before me for this very same reason.
Okay, real quick. Can you list them off again? Koi was
21.
21.
The greater.
Nix was 21, the lesser.
True.
Okay. What was
Brakka is 12, the greater.
Oh boy. Okay, and then Richtofen was 12.
Mm-hmm.
12, the lesser.
All right.
Minor.
12 the minor. All right. I don't know why I went pirate, but
I should have gone with the dwarf version.
yeah. Anyway. Koi, oh no, they're flying towards you, well within range. What are you gonna do?
I mean, they are within 400 feet, right?
Yes, there are 8 of them. Seems to be a small troop.
They look like regular spine devils, right? They don't have special armor or anything.
They do have armor, but that armor doesn't add to their AC. It's just like, so they have the Zariel symbols on it.
Oh, okay. Sharpshooter. I will try to hit the first one.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not in the attack stuff. Okay. So that's a natural 20.
Oh boy! All right.
It's over, boys. Pack it up. We're done here.
No.
And that's,
I mean, you might be.
I'm not gonna spend a superiority die.
You don't. Just spoilers. You don't need to.
Okay.
My character's just going to pull out a lawn chair and watch.
For your critical, can you roll me it on the D100?
All right.
as we use Xanathar's last
76.
notes on everything else available in the DM's Guild. 76, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, good thing I asked that before you rolled all your damage. Instead of double the damage dice, it's triple.
Point of piercing damage.
All right, you shoot headshot. The head goes dead.
That's
shot number 1.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I sharpshoot it again.
Mm-hmm.
Which now it probably will miss because that's a 14.
A 14 hits.
Oh, never mind. 14 piercing damage.
All right, that one's hurt pretty bad.
And
Remember, these are like small size. They're like tiny little spiky kobolds, essentially.
yeah. Yeah, I will action surge and keep shooting.
All right.
No, second wind, no, action surge. Where's the action surge? Okay, here. Next one, I shoot another one.
A different guy?
Yeah,
Okay.
which is a 14 again.
All right.
I will spend a superiority dice to try and make it full prone. It has to make a
Strength?
Probably.
I know it failed. Whatever it was.
Strength.
It got single digits. So.
Okay. Yeah. It was prone then.
Let me see what happens there. Actually.
It takes 20 piercing damage.
20? Okay. It's not dead outright.
Okay.
Depending on where it lands. And do you have another attack, or is that's everything?
We have one more.
Okay.
To a fourth devil.
All right, you've attacked 3 of the 8.
Yeah.
The first one you killed outright. The other 2 are pretty injured. You attack a new one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. No, that's a 10.
All right. Your bolt goes flying and lands in the green goop somewhere.
Oh. I'm not gonna see that one anymore. Okay, that's my turn.
All right. The one that failed. I was going to say it falls into the green goo, and I want to see what happens when it falls into said goo. Okay, yeah, he falls into it, and the goo seems to consume him. He goes underneath the surface of it, and there's a few bubbles here and there. And it is Nyx's turn.
How many are left flying, I guess?
6 of the 8.
Forgive me for sounding like a broken record, but how closely grouped are they?
You know, they're devils, so they're pretty organized. I would say they're still within 5 feet of each other. They're in like a V formation.
Perfect. So I will take the shield, which I haven't used in a while, and launch a fireball.
All right, you launch a fireball and it explodes. And they all just like seem like they were bracing themselves, and they look around and didn't take any damage.
Oh, well, shit, there goes my turn.
Devils.
I thought it was ice. I can't remember.
That's all right.
And
Who else will use him?
And on that note, 3 of them shoot a bunch of spikes at Cloy, and the other 3 fly down to Nix. And they go, "Halt! You have violated the law of Zariel. Your shield is now forfeit." We'll go with the Nix rolls first. We use their tiny little forks that bite it. Well, they're your size, but 6 to hit, 18 to hit.
Killed.
Okay. Oh yeah, they bite and stab, so that's great. The bite misses you on the first guy, but the stab gets you.
Not with the shield reaction.
Oh, okay. The second one attacks you. The bite got a 19.
Miss. Oh wait, no. Shield only goes for 1 attack, doesn't it?
No,
No,
it's
shield.
it's still the end of your next turn, right?
Let's double check.
Sorry.
Okay.
An invisible barrier of magical force appears to protect you until the start of your next turn. You have a +5 bonus to AC. So what is your current armor class?
22 with shield.
All right, I'm just gonna roll stuff. All right, with your shield, none of the attacks get through. However, Koi,
Yeah.
a bunch of tail spines get shot at you. They also flew closer. They flew fairly close, I'll say within 20 feet. 11.
Miss.
Lower than that.
Miss.
Lower than that. Wow. Okay. None of the tail spikes want to hit. Oh wait, 16.
Oh, it just hits.
Okay. And 13.
No.
Okay, 1 hits you, so you take 4 piercing damage and 3 fire damage.
Okay.
And after them, it's Brakka.
Okay. Brakka is going to see these things coming in, and there's like 8 of them, right?
There were 8. Currently, there's 6.
Right. Well, so we're still a bit outnumbered. Brakka just goes, all right, how about we even the odds a little bit and I'm going to get a friend in here. And she claps her hands together and then slaps him on the ground, Full Metal Alchemist style, and just starts like speaking in Orc and just says, "Spirits of Earth, rise and grant me a champion," and is going to cast Conjure Minor Elementals and summon a Gargoyle.
Whoa, okay.
Mm-hmm.
As you summon the gargoyle, we'll say because you're in hell, a skeleton of some kind of fiend. You can see very clearly as like the sharp teeth and the horns in the skull comes out, and its flesh is rock. And there's some parts of it that are missing where you can visibly see the skeleton underneath.
Nice.
Or specifically the face. You can clearly see the fiendish like skull, and it's got its giant stone wings.
Nice.
And that's your turn.
And as my bonus action, I guess I'll put Shillelagh on my staff. And then that'll be it. Okay, so I have to roll initiative for my gargoyle friend now.
I'll say he goes on your turn.
Okay. And so does it mean he just goes now?
Yeah, sure. Wait, what action does it take to command him to do stuff?
The spell.
I think it's a bonus action.
Oh, it's just a verbal command.
Oh, there you go. Okay, what do you tell him? What do you want me to do, my master?
I tell him, goes, let's thin the skies, shall we? And just point at the spine devils.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't know common. You just hear like rocks crunching against themselves as he speaks in Terran or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So he goes up and he attacks.
Mm-hmm. Wait, he has a multi-attack. He's got a bite and a claw attack.
All right, there are 3 in the air. One of them is pretty injured and has a bolt in its shoulder, and it was shooting spine. They were shooting spines. The other
Alright,
3 are piled on Nix.
The other 3 are piled on Nix.
Yeah, they're all up in Nix's personal bubble,
Hmm.
Do not like
flying like right above him, like stabbing and biting.
at them.
Right. It's gonna have him fly over and just get those ones first. So first attack, that is it's a 9, it's probably gonna miss. The bite's gonna miss.
9 would miss, yes.
Right. Now change over to you. And it's an 11 as well. For the second one.
All right, they are too agile in the air, and they like swoop around as he tries to swipe and bite at him and misses.
Right.
Meanwhile, the imp's got one of the sticks, and you see that he has like a tiny little ice hammer, and he's like king, and the rod, the stick of iron, is stuck inside the tributary, and he's like, I don't get paid enough sills for this.
Right. I guess just the end of its turn, the gargoyle is just gonna stand and just flare its wings out and just roar to try and make these things back off.
Wait, someone's getting paid for this?
Wait, we didn't get paid for this?
That was also the imp. You are getting paid after this is done. After Brakka is Richtofen.
All right. So how many are still in the air and how many are on Nix?
3 are within melee range that are with Nix and the gargoyle, and 3 are up in the air about 20 feet away from Koi, which I'll say is probably around between 20 to 30 feet away from you.
My Minotaurs are going to charge in towards the ones near Nix.
Okay.
Let's see.
Remember, they don't have their gore attacks because their heads are missing.
Oh, but they still have their great battle axes.
Mm-hmm.
23 and a 18.
Both hit.
They'll be attacking different ones.
All right.
Let's see, it's 2d12 plus 4. One of them takes 19.
All right. There's a pretty good cleave of a large-sized great axe into one of these spine devils. He actually ricochets off the ground, but is still flying in the air, just from the sheer momentum of the strike.
And the other one takes 23.
The other one, however, gets completely cleaved in half, as the 2 halves just fall to the ground. Black ichorish blood spills out of the open ends.
The one that's damaged, that took a big chunk out of him,
Mm-hmm.
one of the archers is going to arch at him.
All right.
Let's see.
I don't know why, but I immediately thought of like he just does like a JoJo pose or something because they like arch their backs a lot in their poses.
19.
19 hits.
Let's see, that is 1d8 plus 2.
Okay, at minimum damage, it's dead.
Well, 8. So
max 10 damage? You said it was 1d8 plus 2, right?
yes, so I rolled an 8.
Alright. So it had 3 hit points left. So the arrow goes in its head and half of it's out the other side, but it's like stuck half and half, and it falls to the ground dead.
And the other archer rolls a 16.
There is currently 1 spine devil left on Nix.
We're gonna he's gonna be targeting that.
And there's the 3 of them that are flying up higher, and one of the 3 up there are injured.
Yeah, but we're gonna try to get that off of Nix.
Okay.
He rolled a 16.
The 16 hits.
And 8 piercing.
All right. Injured but not out.
How far are the ones in the air?
Between 20 to 30 feet, because there's multiples. The closest one's 20 feet away, the furthest one's 30.
And there's no friendlies in the way?
No.
Haven't done this for a while, but acid breath.
Alright. That is dex saves, right? Or no, that's con saves for acid, isn't it? No, I'm thinking poison. It's dex save for acid.
But that's the line, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it a line? You could only get 2 of the 3 then, because they're in like a V formation.
Okay.
One passed and one didn't.
But if Rick moves, can it get the 3?
Not at this angle, just because they're higher up.
Oh, okay.
Trying to think 3-dimensionally.
Oh yeah,
if they were at your
okay.
level, you could possibly try to get all 3.
So I can't remember why I need to roll.
Of course, the one that passed is the one that's really, really hurt. It's probably going to die anyway. It's 3d6.
Oh, thank you.
I'm pretty sure.
Because we're level 8.
Dragonborn Breath Attack. Wait, I can just go to your character sheet over here on D&D Beyond and check myself.
Oh, that's right. I could always.
Yeah, it's 3d6. It was a dexterity save of 15.
All right, so 14 acid damage.
All right. As I predicted, the one that was already injured, you melt away. And he's like, ah, what a world, what a world. And the other one's like,
Sizzle.
the other one's like, ah, that fucking hurts. Now there's 2 flying in the air. And that's Richtofen's turn.
Here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Nix, would you have given your skeleton anything to fight with?
Sorry, I just got back. No, the skeleton was only for following and comic relief, honestly.
Okay, we're gonna need to arm her later.
Do you have her do anything, Nix?
Yeah, stay the hell out of battle. Don't want to lose dim bones.
All right, her current command that was on her was to follow you. And I'll say, like the spell, it would be a bonus action to command her to do stuff. So you don't need a commander. I'm just saying if you do on future rounds, it will be your bonus action.
Okay.
And after Richtofen, it's Lulu's turn. Who's Lulu gonna help? Lulu's gonna go after the flying ones. Because Nyx looks like they have a lot of backup with the gargoyle and such. So she only has a certain amount of trumpets a day. So she just flies up to the already injured spine devil, and she attempts to attack with her tusks. As you see her feet do like a charge motion in the air, even though they're not really doing anything, and she just flies right at him. Oh, and she hit. Sweet. In case you can't tell, because she's small size, her tusks don't do that much. But she does jab him in the side pretty good with them. He's like, God, oh, this acid really hurts. This day couldn't get any worse. And you hear like, chunk, and the Lulu is just stuck in his side. And he just looks at the camera like Wile E. Coyote before he falls off a ledge or something. That's Lulu's turn. And I believe Imp's turn. Imp puts another stick in. Koi's turn.
So there's one on Nyx that it has a gargoyle, 2 minotaurs, and Nyx around.
Yeah, it's pretty much screwed. And then there's 2 flying in the air, and the one that Lulu attacked, it looks really, really hurt, and the other one's actually completely unharmed. So there's 3 left.
Yeah, I will load my crossbow, aim at the one that's looking okay, and just go. I mean, come on, guys, bring something bigger. This is getting ridiculous. And shoot twice.
Alright.
With sharpshooter, of course, because why not?
Cocky.
Yeah, but I mean,
No, you have a right to be. I'm just saying.
okay, that's roll 20 again. I like these dice. I got it at PAX and it's getting really good results.
Roll me the D100. You might make it explode or something, you know? I just want to be sure.
3.
Alright. You don't even need to roll damage for it. Don't worry about it. It gets pushed back 5 feet. So you shoot it and just flies backwards into the goop, dead.
Then I shoot at the one that's really, really hurt in the air.
Okay.
That's 2 bolts. I'm losing.
Oh, what's your passive perception?
Not very good. Actually, it's 14.
You do notice the one that fell into the goop earlier is still moving around in it, and his head just poked out of the goop. But he is prone still.
Oh, no. Then I shoot at the other one that I don't have disadvantage.
Okay.
And I don't want to lose more bolts to the goop. That's a 15.
A 15 hits.
For, 18 piercing damage.
All right. Very, very dead. It had 3 hit points left. And that's Coin's turn?
Yeah, I will just look how they completely destroy the other one.
Nix, it's your turn. The only one that's left is literally the one that's above your head, along with a gargoyle and 2 minotaur skeletons that are backing you up.
It is how. Sorry.
It's right above you because it was in melee with you.
Don't you have pack tactics?
You do.
I do have pack tactics.
That's only for melee attacks, though.
Melee spell attacks count? Just curious, actually.
I think so, actually, yeah.
Oh, because you can shocking grasp this thing.
Yeah, I would allow that. That would make sense.
Yeah, right.
Your spellcaster getting into melee, that's enough of a risk.
What does the pack tactics give me again?
Advantage.
Advantage on attack rolls.
You could also get the worst racial trait ever and use your entire action to grovel and bag to give your friends advantage.
Refuse to do that as a character.
Yeah, as most people should.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, you have advantage if you melee attack in any way, including shocking grasp.
Yeah, I kind of want to do that just for the look of it. Just do a kung fu melee. Just reach out and snap the arm into him with a shocking grasp.
All right.
It would look like popcorn.
Now, stat-wise, they only have natural armor. But I would say, since they do have metal plates on them that are like cosmetic armor, if you didn't already have advantage, you would have had advantage with shocking grasp.
Ooh, double advantage. Okay, so advantage on an attack roll, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good because that's an 8 on the die, so 15 on the first one.
What'd you get on the better? Or the second, I should say.
The second one was an 18.
All right. You hit with the shocking grasp.
Yay. And because I am above that, that is 2d8 damage. Oof. 8 and a 4, 12.
It is fried. You grab it by the foot, we'll say, because it was flying right above you.
Yay. Get shocked, motherfucker.
And it flops down to the ground lifeless. And a few minutes later, the little snow imp has finished setting up all 5 of these weird iron rods. And he's like, okay, you might want to stand back. No, a bit further than that. At least 20 feet away.
Guys, I think we should seek shelter.
Yep.
Can I quickly grab my bolts and spines from the spine devils?
You notice they like half sunk into this. Oh yeah, there's still one in the slime. I'm gonna say the one. I'm gonna say one of them that died fell on it and killed it or something. It's whatever.
Okay.
It had like 2 hit points. It doesn't matter. The bolts. You could.
I mean,
you could
two got
retrieve.
completely destroyed by the goop.
You're able to retrieve 1 without going into the goop.
Okay.
There are 2 more that you could possibly get, but you would have to venture into the goop.
No, it's fine.
It's green. It's like Nickelodeon Guts.
Hey,
I'm
Rick,
not desperate.
I'm not going in there. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Mage hand.
I still got 80 something. It's fine.
Nix
Can I
uses-
mage hand him out?
Nix and Richtofen use Mage Hand and get your other 2.
Okay.
They gotta like shake it off of the dead bodies of the spine devils because they weigh more than 10 pounds. So it's just kind of like, and then
Prestidigitation. Oh, that's right. Yeah, never mind.
So I only lose 3. That's cool. I'm still at 74.
You notice that the goo does not have any residue on it, like on the bolts. Like it doesn't stay with it.
Okay.
The goo seemed to want to stay as a single mass. It didn't want to separate at all.
That's bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to the little snow imp and move back, but my gargoyle is still sticking around because this lasts for an hour as long as I concentrate on it.
So long as we don't lose Goliath, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
You notice from this angle, and I should have said it earlier, that the river Styx does have a small little vein that goes into this ravine that seems to feed into this green goop. And this chasm that they set up these, they're shatter sticks. Shatter sticks is where they connect and it's where it's the thinnest. And as the shatter sticks explode with thunder damage, kind of like a non-magical shatter, the ravine above collapses down and it dams off what part of the river Styx was feeding into the green goop.
Neat.
Yeah, so demonic Bangalores.
You notice that the goo slowly starts to recede into itself after it's disconnected with the river Styx.
If we start singing to it, is it going to bubble?
Your love keeps lifting me higher.
Thank you for remembering that.
Well, that's my job. Here's your end of the bargain.
So what did that do?
Damn the river Styx. What did it look like?
But what was the point of it?
Whatever.
Well, here's your reward. As the imp hands Richtofen a snowball.
Not a yellow snow cone, is it?
No, you eat it, you dingus.
Okay. Dumb.
As you eat it, you gain a permanent +1 to wisdom and intelligence.
Oh, both of them?
Yes.
Said both when he gave you the deal. And that increases your max, so you can technically get 21 on both of those.
I shall return to my master. As he just seems to gradient fade out.
Oh shit, did Thanos just snap?
So
The
we go
crane's
for the
still there?
phylactery right now.
Before we do that, is the crane still here?
You notice it is, and the creature inside it is still being moved up and down. The crane appears to be magically operated. No one's actually manning it, but it just constantly.
But it's not getting dunked in the goo.
No, it still is.
But the goo is receding. That's right.
Slowly.
Gonna walk up to just like the edge of where this stuff is, but not close enough to where if this thing is living, I can get grabbed by it. And I want to take a look at this creature in here, just out of curiosity.
You hear. Oh, finally you got close enough. Hello, hey, help me, hey.
What does it look
As
like?
you hear that in via telepathy.
What does this creature look like?
It is a hairless, green-skinned humanoid. Has shackles on its ankles. Kind of think like the gray alien stereotype, but with green skin, and its head's more elongated. Has no nose. Actually, there's no mouth either. I think about it.
So the Roswell Greys is the Avernus Greens.
Would I know what
It's
this
kind
thing?
of like a doppelganger, but green.
Kind of. Yeah.
What would it be to try and figure out what this thing is?
Well, you already rolled, and you know for sure it's not a devil.
Right. But I know if it's not a demon either, because
There's only so many options if it's
Keep.
not a devil.
Right.
It's not a dragon.
You're just gonna think of this thing. I'm sorry. What are you?
My name is Bast. God damn it! As he gets lowered into it again.
I'm just gonna
Just wait. Just wait
whisper.
for him to come back out.
Got any sevens?
Go fish.
Comes back up, and like every time he does, it seems like it comes back up right before he drowns. So he coughs up a bunch of the green goo. Looks painful. It's like waterlogging. Oh, with goo.
Right. So what are you, Voss?
I am an ultralaw.
Would I know what that is?
You do
Feel
that? Yes. Ultraloths are the highest, the most powerful of the Yugoloths, which are the neutral evil fiends that are in the Grey Wastes. That's pretty much, and you just know they're like the lower planes mercenaries, essentially. They work for both the demons and devils. They don't really pick a side per se.
Right. So who'd you piss off to get put in this position? Guessing Zariel.
I stole a few soul coins from a pit fiend. I wasn't too happy about it.
Ah. Right. Well, I guess your punishment's going to be a little bit less severe. We sort of stemmed off the flow to this place. Guess the slime's going down a little bit.
As you say that, he's already lowered back into it again.
Oh, God damn it. It's
So
gonna be
is
wild.
the river Styx downstream starting to go down as well?
You can't tell from down in this ravine. It appears like just a small part of the river went into this ravine, and you dammed it. No pun intended on the hell, being in hell and everything.
As he comes back up, Brakka's going to be like, this seems a little excessive for stealing.
He is rising up in the cage, and after he clears out the slime again, he says, "You underestimate the wrath of a pit fiend, then."
I'm guessing they wouldn't be too happy if anybody let you out, right?
No, they wouldn't. They'll probably be pretty upset.
But would you be very grateful if we helped you?
Yes, I would be very grateful as the cage goes back down.
All right.
How far is this cage away from us?
I would say you had to get within his telepathy range, which I think is 120 feet. I'm going to double check.
I have an idea, actually.
Is there a mechanism that moves when it lowers the thing?
Yes.
When it's up, can I shoot at the mechanism?
Let's see, I had an idea. that I wanted to do.
What's your idea?
I'm gonna just make it so that we could. I'll explain it once he comes back up.
All right, he comes back up. What are you going to say?
Okay. Now, if somebody was to set, if your little prison there was to have a little bit of a malfunction that you just somehow happen to slip out of on your own strength, would that be possible to do?
Not with these on, as he just like shakes his leg a little bit and he looks down at the shackles. I would have teleported out here a long time ago if it wasn't for these.
I see. All right, Goliath, and going to have the gargoyle just fly to the cage and just bash through like just or just take a claw and just shink one of the links on the shackles so that you can just like strain it off and then just like onto like one of the key bars on the actual cage so it can be sort of muscled open.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
For the gargoyle?
Yeah.
All right, gargoyles. Oh, strength isn't too terrible.
You think if you took like a crowbar or something similar and put it between the gears, it could stop it from moving as well.
So that's a 7.
I would shoot at the gears to give the gargoyle time.
All right, roll to hit.
Regular hit, right? No. $23.
23?
Yeah.
Yeah. You pull a Robin Hood where you just like, you shoot first try, immediately bullseye exactly where you want it to go, right between two teeth of the gears. And the arrow jams it perfectly. And the cage was starting to lower again, and it goes and you hear the gears just like but they can't do anything.
Okay. Now we can help the thing or bargain for its freedom.
Meanwhile, the gargoyle's like you can roll another strength check for him.
Come on, Goliath, now you can do this.
How long do you keep him?
He lasts for an hour as long as I concentrate.
Oh, okay, all right. You got plenty of time then.
I'm going to use a different dice. This dice is dumb. It was an 11.
How far over the pit is he from the shoreline?
I would say about 20 feet.
Was able to try again?
Yeah, sure.
That was a 16.
The bars start to bend a little bit, but then go back.
Maybe this is Brooklyn and not Goliath.
What about the chain on the ankle and the shackle? I was able to just carve that off.
I actually get that reference because my girlfriend Nix. What? Sorry, Brakka.
The shackle is also going to try and snap that.
All right. Your gargoyle can't quite reach them while he's in the cage.
I'm gonna go to the demon grinder and get some of the rope out that we've got, and try to mage hand the end of it over towards the bars, and then bring it back here so we can like pull the cage towards us.
Are you gonna pull some redneck stuff where you're gonna like tie the rope onto the back of your demon grinder?
I mean, I think we got enough person power here that we can yank this thing over.
Right.
I mean, I'm feeling lucky. Maybe you can shoot the shackles off.
Don't shoot his leg off.
I mean,
Nick's just sitting on the back of the demon's ride eating popcorn. I'm sorry, popcorn abyssal chicken.
yeah. Abyssal fingers.
You guys,
Right,
you guys swear you could hear like something spiteful being said from the goo, by the way, this whole time. It's like very vague telepathic whispers to you guys. Something about Bell and being mad about him.
right, so mage hand the rope through.
Wait,
and then
what? Wait, we heard Bell? We heard something about Bell?
You hear like telepathic whispers that seem to be coming from the green goo.
I am not talking to the green goo.
Look at the goop.
It's goo.
Are you alive?
in a way.
What's that I heard about, Bell?
Who are you?
Bingo Hanley starts pulling on the cage.
Oh man, I really hate Bell. Oh hey, there's people here.
So wait, you hate Bell?
Yes. Who are you?
A bunch of vassals who got roped into a bad deal with him by one asshole.
Give me a strength check with your gargoyle with advantage, because a bunch of people are helping.
All right.
Not next. Still eating popcorn.
It tastes like ash.
Don't care. Still hilarious.
Ooh. Soft 20.
Finally, someone let him out of his cage. Oh, bad. That was bad. Anyway.
I was full on expecting it to not happen tonight.
Ah,
A gorilla appears now.
Left turn, Clyde.
The Ultralot hops out of the cage as he rips the door open.
I was mainly going to would snap one of the bars open, but this will work too.
He seems to have innate, like, Superman flight abilities. I say Superman because he doesn't have wings or anything. He's just flying. So he flies out of the cage and lands next to the go. And he's like, now if we could get rid of these, as he's looking down at the shackles. And meanwhile, the goo is like, oh hey, there's people here.
Hey, Rick.
Who are you?
Wait, it said that it had a brief conversation with me talking about how I hated Bell.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I hate Bell.
Mm-hmm. So do we.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say it, Scotty. God damn it. I know where this is going.
Just gestures. Is this all something that he set up, or?
Oh, hey, there's people here.
God damn it.
That's why we don't talk to Goose. Hey, Rick, can you use your magic hand to bring my bolt back?
I really hate Bell.
Can you see if this thing is just is it any way sentient, or is it like under some sort of memory effects from because the sticks
I find that
into
rude.
it?
I am quite sentient.
It's a goldfish.
Oh, hey, there's people
I
here.
like swords. Welcome to Carneria. I like swords. Welcome to Carneria.
Would I be able to figure out whether or not this thing is suffering from something from like the river Styx since it was draining into it?
You know, definitely that is the case.
How? Hopefully they'll be able to figure themselves out now.
Have the Marotars used a great battle axe to try to break the chains off?
You look down at the super magical looking shackles. They can roll to hit.
Oh, okay.
They look super powerful and magical.
If this explodes, in fact.
Do any of you have lockpick set?
I've got something I can use, but I don't think I want to use it.
I think I do. Hang on.
19 to hit.
Sorry.
No,
Ching.
no, I don't.
There's a spark noise, and the great axe chips a little bit. Yeah, I don't think an axe is going to work on these dimensional shackles, buddy.
Probably should.
Any of you got like any of you know how to like pick a lock or something?
I can try.
The Ultraloth like flies over, and then he just sits down and puts his feet out where the shackles are.
All right, I'll give it a try.
All right, give me a dexterity check. Sleight of hand.
So dex plus sleight of hand or just sleight of hand?
If you're proficient with sleight of hand, you would add proficiency to it.
Oh, right. So no. Hey, dirty 20.
This is a fairly difficult lock. I'll say you took like little random shards of bone that you guys have or something.
Hang on.
And
wait, can I reflavor that just a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I take the 2 daggers out that I keep on my person because I remember somebody way, way back in Baldur's Gate doing the same kind of bullshit and picking locks with daggers.
Nice. You finish that up, and He rubs his ankles a little bit as they you get the shackles off. He's like, "Wow, thanks. Bye.
Fun.
Have fun here in hell." And he
Yeah.
flies off. Shackles still
Just
on the
remember
ground.
this later on. All right.
So why did we do that?
All right. Just figured that someone probably might owe us.
They either
Yeah.
come back to help us or bite us in the ass later.
My bet's on batting us in the ass.
That's fine.
Wouldn't be the,
But hey, I
wouldn't
can
be-
pick locks with these things.
Brakka just shrugs. Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time. And plus, holds up the shackles. We got a new toy.
You look down at the dimensional shackles.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, who gets the shackles?
Whoever's the kinkiest.
Yoink.
Everyone immediately looks. Everyone immediately
Okay.
looks at Lluis.
You guys can give me Arcana checks on those if you want.
I'll give you some shekels for those shackles.
18.
Yeah, dimensional
Well,
shackles are worth a few thousand gold. They're pretty well, at least on the material plane, they're probably borderline priceless here in hell because when you place the shackles on an incapacitated creature,
I think our DM just froze.
The Twitch froze, I think. Yeah.
oh, it did. Give it just a moment for it to pop back.
Oh, you're back. Okay.
Ah, good.
I'm still in the red. Huh. I know I'm fine with you guys. I'm just saying on Twitch. It's being weird.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not even connected. Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
What happened there?
Something fucked up. I mean, don't quote me on that.
But it did.
Yeah, my internet at home is fine. I'm just gonna wait a sec while it's trying to reconnect.
Okay.
But I'll just tell you off camera. Oh no, hey, we're reconnected. Okay,
My goodness.
Hey there, sorry folks. I don't know what happened there. I will tell you for sure that it messed with our call, but disconnected completely from Twitch was not on my end. My internet was like, hey, we're at full bars, it's fine. In any case, the group has dimensional shackles. You know they're worth a few thousand gold in the material plane, and they're worth a lot more here in hell, because creatures that are of a different plane that have them shackled onto them cannot plane shift or teleport while they're on them. And it requires a ridiculously high strength check to break them.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it's a DC 30 athletics check, and it can only be attempted once every 30 days.
Wow.
Be a great thing to use against what's her name? If we ever go back and kill her.
You know that these shackles would stop any form of extra dimensional travel. I should have specified that, because that doesn't mean just plane shift. That means Misty Step, that means Thunder Step, that means teleport. Pretty much any magic that would move you suddenly from one place to another does not work while they have the shackles on.
So that would completely like neutralize Willith.
Yeah, and that could neutralize any devil here.
Neat.
That's why it's probably priceless here.
All right, so
Got a bargaining chip then too.
how far are we from where we need to go get this phylactery now?
You see the mountain range way in the distance.
Hmm.
You're not sure how you arrived here, because it took you a few days to get to the mountain range. But suddenly you're on what appears to be the opposite side of Avernus in what seems like a few hours.
Be a running theme with us.
You do recall in your studies in Candlekeep that time and distance is very relative in the outer planes.
See?
Plus, we were traveling with a little imp, so maybe you need like some weird temple
I am
backdoor
not an
shit.
imp. Oh, that thing. Okay.
Yeah, little snow thing.
All right, so we start heading to where this side quest was supposed to be going.
Yeah.
Wait, second, is there any spine devil corpse here?
Yeah, there's a few.
Can I easily grab spine devil spines?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I just want to know if I can make bolts out of that.
Yeah, it'll require a crafting check of some kind.
Okay.
Can I assist with that? Because
It'll be fletching. I believe there's fletching in 5th edition.
I don't recall that.
Since it's like just harvesting stuff to make out of things, would it be like survival? And could I help with that?
Yeah, right now I only want to grab the staff, not make the bolts right away.
Yeah, you can attempt to harvest some. Why don't we do a survival check then? And with
Okay.
advantage
Assist.
because Brakka's helping.
Okay. I'm proficient with that. Surprisingly.
Nice.
So with advantage it's a 22.
Alright, you're able to gather actually quite a few spines off of these spine devils.
Nice.
Yeah, 19. 19 spines.
Okay.
AK, all the ones they didn't fire, you got. With that amount, jeez. The goo is just like, oh man, that's gross.
Hey,
Oh
there's
hey, there's
people
people here. God, I wish Bell didn't put me in this state. I hate Bell.
Okay. Are they saying Bill or Bell, like Belle?
I'm saying Bell, new person I just met 5 seconds ago.
Oh god.
Well, that's rude. You didn't introduce yourself. My name is Shumrath.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I don't know why you're counting down.
Oh, he didn't do it. I'm amazed.
Oh, hey, there's people here.
There it is. Wait, what did he say his name was?
Oh, hi.
That's not... Stop pressing A on the town guard. We need to go.
Okay.
My name is Shumrath. Who are you?
Me and the boys are just going to be getting back in the vehicle now.
I'm
Hey,
already
yeah.
back on the
What
motorcycle.
would it be to try to remember to know what that name is? What that name is, or does it sound like it's familiar?
It sounds like a devil's name. It sounds infernal.
Right. Yeah.
Slowly starts pulling away.
Right. Well, see you later. Turn around.
Okay.
And hopping on the thing.
Blows the air horn. Let's go.
Fine. I'm on the wrecking ball.
What?
Because you have the, I think, highest passive Brakka does. You do notice that the goo is still continuing to recede into itself. Like it's starting to take a form of something. But it's doing it very, 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 very slowly. And you also notice with that perception check, and you had a conversation with him, each time he seems to reset, it takes longer since you guys damned it.
Okay, that's why my counting didn't work.
Oh wait, no, come back! I just met you. Who are you? As you guys go on.
Yeah, I'm not expending the energy to go after that. If you guys want to, that's on you.
Oh.
We still have to get assassins off our tail.
I mean, we're in a relative rush because time is relative here.
Right. And we still gotta get the sword. Which now that I think about it, as she's just sitting there, now that we've damned that thing off, isn't Ward's probably gonna get back to him that we did it, so he's probably just gonna get pissed off at us anyway. So this contract's probably null and void.
Wait a minute. From where we are, how far would it be to where Lulu thinks the sword is?
You'd probably just take Rick's soul anyways at this point.
I'm not sure, but I think it's over where that light is over there. She points at this shining holy light in the distance.
Is it closer than the mountain?
No.
The mountain's closer than the light.
You can't tell from here. Both are on the horizon.
Right.
And it's hell, so it probably wouldn't matter anyways.
True.
And we're driving
Which way?
towards the mountain.
All right. Another 24 hours pass as your engines die out.
I'll spend one of my soul coins for this one.
My other one for the Devil's Bike, Devil's Ride.
All right. Another 24 hours. Whee! Just throw the dice everywhere. Don't mind me.
Wondering what that noise was. That was weird.
So, you travel another 24 hours, and the mountains don't seem to be any closer as you're driving towards them. And that's when you remember from Candlekeep that time is quite relative in the Outer Planes, as you already know, but then you remember the little blurb after that in that text, mentioning about how it seems in the lower planes, the more urgent you are to get somewhere, the longer it takes.
Huh.
That's why it took nothing to get to the coop.
Yeah, because you guys didn't care. You're just like, whatever.
I hope we never get there.
I mean, he's gonna be pissed at us either way because we did the goop thing.
You know what, Richtofen? You know what? Give me like an intelligence check as you try to like outthink your way of being motivated to go there.
23.
After 2 days of travel, and Richtofen comes up with the idea of like, you know what? Maybe we should turn back. Suddenly, you guys are at the mountains. Holy crap! It just like appeared out of nowhere.
Brakes!
And the storm is picking up.
I am somewhat pissed that actually worked.
All right. Into the storm.
People don't travel enough in the Outer Planes in D&D. You get fun stuff like that.
Planeswalking is fun.
But is it though?
But is it though? Yeah. I mean, in Mount Celestia it is Lulu. It's very fun.
Out of character, we basically cytometer our way through this place.
Be fair, we're basically cytometing doing that through the whole campaign.
Oh, and
Can I go one punch something?
Another very weird thing. You guys had to cross a bridge over the River Styx to get here. You never saw the River Styx on your way back.
See, it was working.
No, I mean like there was no sign of the bridge or a ravine where the river was. It's like you guys took a totally different route somehow.
It was working.
Circumnavigated hell.
So we're going through the storm, I guess.
Anyway, so you start going through the storm, and it starts picking up more and more. And eventually it gets to a point where the storm, as I pull up its stuff,
regular storm,
is getting pretty bad, almost like hurricane levels bad. There's constant torrential rain downpour. Everything is considered lightly obscured. If any of you have any open flames, you don't anymore. They're extinguished. And you have
my lighter.
And you have disadvantage on all perception checks that rely on hearing.
What?
As the winds are howling.
Sorry.
We see an old lady on a bike just like fly through the air.
Shit.
You know what?
I had my red slippers.
Give me
It's a
perception
hag on a
checks.
bike. Just a hag on a bike. Just like
What check?
just like flying through the air.
Perception.
From who?
Yes.
Hmm.
Oh, I'll roll for Lulu.
19.
Ooh, Lulu also got 19.
9.
15.
Yeah.
18.
You see in the middle of the storm somewhere what appears to be a hag on some weird mechanical device with 2 wheels.
Is that Mad Maggie?
Well, if you could ask her to fix the vehicles.
You just hear her like,
Actually, does it look like Mad Maggie?
no. She,
Nah.
Does it look like
this hag has very green skin.
Oh, okay.
But we have the Avernus Auto Club. Can they come out and fix it?
Do you want me to shoot it?
Avernus Auto Association, AAA.
That's even better than what I was thinking. All right, let's keep going.
You keep heading in the direction it says in the map. It's getting to the point where you probably stop checking the map in fear of it blowing away. And you eventually follow your druidic intuition of it's supposed to be the center of the storm, right? Well, we'll just keep going where it keeps getting worse. And then the center of the storm should be really calm. So,
The storm is amazing. I hope we never find the way out.
Could you imagine how much it would suck to be in the middle of this? Where it's nothing, or it's just calm?
Brakka, you are the first to notice, way off in the distance in these mountains, as you guys have been driving around the sides of these mountains, through the valleys and such, with the storm just going on the whole time, you see a single ray of light that's peering through the storm, and the ray of light beams and hits the ground, and you can see where it's hitting, there is this large oak tree. Perfect. Oak tree. Completely unaffected by the storm, not even blowing around in the wind. There's actually a little bit of grass growing underneath it.
Nice. Gonna smack on the actual on the grinder to get Rick's attention and just point at it.
Wipes the water from my goggles and looks over. Ah,
That's when you notice it as well.
turn towards it.
That's a tree. Do you want me to shoot it?
As
You're going to piss off the ants.
As you're heading towards it in your vehicles, Brakka is the first to notice that the clouds of the storm, like a large tendril of it, moves down and aims right at your guys' vehicle.
Oh, that's the Guardian.
Incoming!
Now, your Demon Grinder has an armor class of 19. Exactly. Whatever that was.
That's our grinder now.
How do you spell that?
With a lot of case.
With a 24, that definitely hits your vehicle.
It's whose vehicle?
The grinder.
The grinder. Everybody but Nix, essentially. And the vehicle takes 23 damage as you all hear the deafening boom, near deafening boom of thunder as the cloud just smacks into your vehicle and leaves a huge dent. And that is where we'll leave it for tonight.
We had a long rest.
Yes. It's been a few
Oh
days.
yeah, right. Good.
Just make.
It'll buff out.
I still can't believe that worked.
I just recalled that your Demon Grinder was at 2 levels of exhaustion. That means its speed is halved.
Oh, shit.
The Devil's Ride is at 1. Alright, so the group has to fight the storm or try to get past the storm and get to the phylactery. Next time Anyone have any plugs before we call it night?
Follow us on Twitter, for example.
What's your next dire mall?
My next dire Pokemon is going to be Giratina.
Nice.
Yeah. I actually already started, but the legendaries I do it. I do the proper line work. I don't do the sketch trick. So yeah.
Nice.
I hope it looks amazing. I know nothing about that Pokemon actually. So
it would actually be pretty. It would actually be pretty at home in a campaign like this because it is just basically planeswalk the Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's,
I only do the
it's
dire version stuff.
Yeah.
Isn't Giratina the Pokemon devil?
It's a ghost dragon from what I've heard, but it comes from another dimension or something like that. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, from what I understood, at least if I'm not mistaken it for something else. No. That's Giratina. Which one? I'm thinking Darkrai, maybe?
Well,
it's a discussion for another time. Never mind.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
People who want to see cool artwork and Pokemon stuff definitely be on the lookout for that.
Well, in any case, we'll see you all next week. As the group, it will be possibly concluding the Dance of the Deathless Frost.
Nice.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.